If your trading still feels like a grind despite all the screen time, it might not be your strategy that's the problem. It might be whatever happens after the trade. What if you could see every mistake, pattern, and missed opportunity laid out for you? And that is exactly what Tradezella claims to do. But does it actually really work? Well, I tested it for months, and here's what surprised me the most. So before I even committed to trying out Tradezella, any of the features or any of the tools, I actually did what any skeptical trader would do. I looked at what the real users were saying, right? Like not just the glowing 5-star comments and all those happy words, but the rough edges too. Because let's face it, no platform is perfect, and I wanted to see if there were any red flags or serious complaints. One review that immediately caught my eye came from someone who said that he started the registration process, was intrigued, but felt frustrated when he couldn't access any Tradezella journal features without payment. He mentioned that there was no demo or test mode, and that left him feeling like he'd just wasted his time without getting anything from it. And honestly, I get that kind of thing. Like as a trader, your time is really valuable, and it's really everything. Like no one wants to spend it signing up for something that doesn't let you kick the tires first. But here's the thing. Based on what I've seen from the majority of user feedback and reviews, most traders dive straight in because they're already serious about journaling and they understand what it's about. One guy mentioned that he thought journaling wouldn't help his trading until he actually used Tradezella. He was doing it with Excel before and thought that that was enough, but once he switched over, it completely switched how he saw his trading. He was blown away by how easy it was to review trades, track patterns, and actually improve, according to him. Another trader said that something stuck with him. He highlighted that Tradezella helped him mitigate risk, focus on what's working, and actually backtest his ideas properly. He further disclosed that it was the happiest he'd ever been paying for a product. Okay, great. That's not even a statement that you'd hear from normal traders too often, just a really happy customer, I guess. And other people are too, like with a 4.7 out of 5-star rating across hundreds of reviews. That doesn't scream sketchy or overhyped to me. It actually gave me more confidence before I jumped in myself. And after digging through all of that, all of the reviews, I actually, just finally had to get in and test out the Tradezella trading journal features myself. And here is what I found. So let's start with trade replay. So this thing is wild. Imagine watching your trade back and forward, just like a game film, just like click by click, second by second. I didn't just get to see the result, I got to feel the trade again, like happening in real time. It showed me what I missed, what I nailed, and like what I hesitated on. For someone who's trying to tighten their entries and exits, that kind of feedback is priceless. And no, other Tradezella journal alternatives like Edgewonk don't have anything like this. Though competitors like TradeViz do have a replay function, it felt clunky to me, almost like watching an old VHS tape versus an HD stream, like the amount of information I got. Like Tradezella's version is just so much smoother and more intuitive. Then there's the playbook feature. I used this to create my trading rules from scratch. I used it to log missed setups, and I kept tabs on what strategies actually fit me. You can pretty much customize anything you want, from setup name to trade triggers, and over time, this helped me figure out how to filter out the noise. Like, it wasn't just journaling anymore, it was building a personal trading blueprint. Next, I want to talk about the reports overview section. This was my control room. It laid out my stats over any time range that I picked, like my win rate, my expectancy, my most profitable day of the week, average risk reward, and more. But what really made it useful wasn't just the data, it was how readable it all was. Unlike Edgewonk's Excel-style tables, Tradezella actually makes the numbers make sense. You don't need to be a quant to get value here. And when I wanted to go deeper than that, backtesting came in handy. Tradezella lets you test trades as far back as September 2014. That's more than a decade of data to play with. So I backtested one of my favorite setups across volatile markets, some slow days, and earnings seasons. And let's just say that it humbled me, but in a good way. Now, here's something that I didn't expect to love, but I actually ended up using it a lot, and that's the progress tracker. So this feature goes beyond just your trades. It tracks lifestyle goals, rule violations, how consistent you are with sticking to your plan. So I used it to track my sleep hours, my emotional triggers, even pre-market prep. Like over time, patterns can start jumping out that you'd never see just from profit and loss. Like all those little things can really add up. Trade notes was another sleeper hit, so you can actually write out your thoughts before you take a trade, before the emotion kicks in. Then, once the trade imports, you link the note to it. So for me, it made journaling feel less like homework and after the fact, and more like a conversation with my past self in the moment during trading. And speaking of convenience during trading, you can connect your MetaTrader 4 or 5 account to Tradezella directly. My trades auto-imported, so I didn't have to keep uploading CSV files. Smoothest experience that I've ever had with syncing data. And if you're a mentor or maybe thinking of becoming one, mentor mode is honestly game-changing. You get access to your students' real-time trading data, their execution logs, their stats. So like instead of asking them, how are you doing? You can actually just give specific timely feedback after you get that information. I tried this with a buddy I'm coaching and it cut through the fluff instantly and I didn't have to bother with him telling me all the wrong facts. The economic calendar integration is also a nice touch. Instead of toggling between my trading setup and news websites, it just shows major events that could shake the market. FOMC, CPI, earnings, etc. Helps you stay aware without distraction. Then there's Zella University. I honestly thought it would just be some random PDFs, but no, it's actually a learning center with video lessons, mindset guides, technical strategy breakdowns. Even Tevin Marshall's own frameworks are baked in. It's like having a trading coach inside the app. Now, if there's one thing that might trip up a new user, it's that Tradezella is not a plug-and-play toy. It's a real solid trading journal, and there's a bit of a learning curve. When I first started, I remember looking at the dashboard thinking like, okay, where do I even start here? So there's definitely a lot there. Playbooks, tags, stats, notes, tools all up in the wazoo. But here's the truth. Once I just gave it a day or two and explored, it all started clicking. In fact, that initial complexity became one of its strengths. It meant that the platform could, actually grow with me as I learned and got better. And casual traders would definitely feel maybe a little overwhelmed at first, but for anyone serious about improving their trading and becoming skilled, that extra depth is part of the value and part of the journey. But all right, so what is the damage to the wallet, right? So honestly, for what it does, I think I found Tradezella to be pretty reasonably priced, especially when I compared it to what I'd pay a coach or what I would spend trying to build something similar on Notion or Excel. It might feel a little steep if you're still brand new to trading, but if you're putting real capital on the line and trying to build consistency, the investment made sense to me. And yeah, there are also promos and discounts floating around. So I've actually dropped the latest link in the description so you can get the best deal possible. Check it out to see the current pricing plan and any special offer that's active. So bottom line is this. If you're serious about leveling up as a trader, I honestly think Tradezella trading journal features deliver where it counts. It's not just about tracking your trades, it's about helping you fix your trades, improve your discipline, and grow consistently. So check the link in the description of this video to get started with our special discount and coupon.